All right, guys, I think we are good to go, and we're looking like we got excellent connection. Welcome back from the holidays. Although I suppose it's still going on in most places. It's still kind of off of work, and yeah, so continue celebrating. But the market's open, so happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to the live stream. We're going to be trading the market open really soon here, like we do every day. The market's open right now. It is the 26th of December, and it's 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, 3:15 local time. So we'll get started with 15 minutes kind of talking about the watch list, all that fun stuff, what we're going to be trading, what we're looking at, and then for about 30 minutes we're going to be trading the opening bell. So this whole thing will wrap up in about 45 minutes. Make sure to check the video description below for any FAQs you guys might have. I'm going to keep expanding that section. And other than that, let's get started. Hallöchen, Sebastian. All right, let's get going. I'm going to review my top three, and then we're going to look at some other ones, especially what we traded yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday, and almost all of them show you exactly why we take profits quickly, and it's going to be pretty interesting. So the first thing I want to talk about is NLNK. Let me go over here. So this one's 75 million market cap, 29 million float, and then it's $3 and almost exactly it's $3 right now. So this is perfectly in the range that we want to be trading. It's also gapping up 27%, actually a little bit more, 39% now, with a bit of a pullback. So it's looking really good. It's had a lot of really bullish news. Nothing so far today, but let's just kind of review it here. So on the 20th, they had a FDA approval for an Ebola vaccine. That was the 20th. On the 23rd, they got a worldwide exclusive license agreement with Ellipsis Pharma to develop and commercialize another drug. And then on the 24th, that was basically the last trading day. They are awaiting an FDA verdict right now for a ovarian cancer drug. So these guys are just all over the place with the news. A lot of stuff going on, and that's kind of how their long-term chart looks a little bit too, at least extremely midterm. So here, a lot of selling off. This is your typical biotech company, just kind of always being sold off into oblivion. But then they found this low here at 113. Then they were consolidating around 150 for quite some time, and now ever since that first big article on the 20th came out, they've gone up about almost 100%. So looking pretty good. Let's see what kind of big moves we're going to get still out of them. So here you can see 69% from, what day was this? This was the 23rd. So if we went back a little further, you could see a bit more, but yeah, so that's what we're dealing with right now. NLNK, definitely one of the top picks on our watch list. Let's quickly go through the other two. ASRT isn't really doing that much this morning, kind of selling off. 91 million market cap right now. It's at $1.23, so pretty nice price range, maybe on the little lower end. 79 million float, also kind of big. It was gapping 30%, but like I said, kind of pulling back. They were recently upgraded to a strong buy. At first I said, there's decent support at 1.3, which did bounce for a little bit, but now it's kind of selling off a little bit. I don't know. There's no really big news about this one. I'm just not really sure. It was just on a gap scanner, and right off the bat, it looked okay. HSDT. This one's looking really nice. So this one, again, lower end, about $1.32 right now. About 26 million market cap, 25 million shares outstanding. It's again a USA biotech, but this one's more on medical devices. It's gapping up really nicely. Here you can see the gap up about 45%, but then it's pulled back pretty hard too. Originally pre-market around 8 o'clock, I was looking at this one. I'm thinking this could be a really good buy. So we dipped down here at 1.24, and we kind of held this area. So we tried to dip again, but it didn't work. And right in this area, as we were pulling back to the upside, I was thinking maybe any sort of dip here would be a really nice buy. So this pulled up pretty nicely. And I mean, this run alone was 7-8%. And then, waiting for a pullback or buying in any one of these dips would have been pretty good, because you could have had a nice little run up here to like 9-8%. So Yeah, ultimately, I don't know, nothing blow away crazy, and I didn't end up going for it. So, that's just how it is. Again, I was looking to buy this dip here because now we're back at this 126 area, which would have been that first really good buy, and we'd be up already almost 5%. So, this could have been a really good pre-market trade. And that's why I said this morning HSDT could be, that pre-market one. We still have 10 minutes till the market opens, so we got plenty of time. We are in zero rush. SAVA, one of the past trades that we've made. Let me just see if... So we traded this one. If you see the daily chart down here, we traded it originally on the 6th of December, and then we traded it again on the 23rd. So we should be able to see that trade. Let's kind of go back here a little bit. This one, yeah, oof. I remember this one. This one kind of, it was a nice trade. We got our quick profit on it, but this was a little bit more in the afternoon. And I was kind of like, okay, the gapping goes over. I was trying to take a nice little bounce trade off this one. That's exactly what we did. It was a really clean, quick trade. But this one ended up flying to the upside. So, we could have had a lot of profit, 38 or something percent. So, we sold too quickly on that one, but I will never complain about selling too early, and let's talk about exactly why. So going over here to our watch list, I'm going to go ahead and click here and then pull up the watch list for our last watch list. That was on the 24th. And then I just want to show you guys MBOT very quickly. This was the big runner, but let me tell you, it sold off quite heavy. So here, we did two really nice trades on this one. The first trade we sold way too early, but the second trade was we sold too early again, but both of them, because we sold early, we limited our downside. So let me show you guys here. We had, and this is all in the recap video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but we had a pullback initially and then a second pullback, and then I bought there. But big red opening candle, I didn't really feel super comfortable with it, so I quickly got out of this trade. Unfortunately, after I got out, this thing ran 60%, so I got out way too early. We had this first pullback here. After the momentum shifted back to about 15.5, we entered right there, sold on the bounce, took our nice 4 or 5% trade, moved on, even though this thing kept running 15%. So again, we sold way too early. But check this out, then this thing completely crashes back to former support. So this actually could have been a pretty good aftermarket trade. But again, you got to really, really watch out with these, because once they crash, they can crash very, very hard. PTI is another example. So this thing, again, runs up really nicely, finds support here in this big pullback area. This could have been a really good pullback buy. I probably would have been a little freaked out right here in this zone. But yeah, ultimately, yeah, this thing, keeps trying to run and then just completely gets crushed extended hours. So you don't know if that crush is going to happen, on your trade or not. But sometimes you just want to take your profits and move on. And there's really nothing wrong with that. I feel like we have plenty of time. We have 7.5 minutes till the market opens. It's like usually I'm trying to cram in a bunch of stuff, and I think that's because I'll be in a pre-market trade or whatnot. Today, no pre-market trading, plenty of time, all good. All right. I guess let's just kind of relax a little bit. Let me know if you guys want me to check out anything specifically. Hello, Shoru. Hope I'm saying that name right. Good morning. Let's go back to today's watch list. Where are we at? Right here, 1226. So many watch lists. INPX. This one is just a wild stock. This one, again, sold off so aggressively. Yesterday in the opening bell, huge dips, kind of consolidated. Then it ran up insane. And then pre-market had one of these massive 20% dips. Those are one of those dips that, if you're buying here looking for a breakout, these things can crush your account. That's why I've been extremely cautious with buying these kind of breakouts, especially pre-market, especially with a runner that's kind of up on no news. I don't know. You got to be really careful with this one. The bounce was pretty nice, but yeah, scary stuff. I think if anything, I'm going to be looking for NLNK and HSDT. I'm not sure if we're going to try to trade anything else. Those are kind of the main ones on my watch list. I have HSDT opened up on a different screen, so I'll put that in front of you guys if, you know, if something's kind of moving or coming together. Good morning, everyone. Andrew and Scott, happy to have you guys here. Why am I watching ASRT? Well, that's a good question. Again, I went over it briefly, but you know, it's exactly what we're looking for. It's a nice little gapper. Let me pull it back on the chart so you guys can see it. It's pulling back really heavy, but you know, 91 million market cap, 79 million float. It's a USA drug company. It's gapping 30%. A lot of insiders have been buying it recently. And it also got upgraded recently to a strong buy. You know, it had decent support at 1.3, but it's kind of getting crushed. In my watch list, I also said, you know, I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading this one. So it was just kind of on our gap scanner and was looking pretty good, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be, you know, pulling the trigger on this one. Could continue to rally though. You know, right now it's pulling back really hard. It's also the lightest on the dollar volume, so it has the least amount of attention out of all of them. CORV is rallying pretty hard, huh? 15% right here. Big gap down though. Ooh, never been a big fan of those initial big gap downs. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if we're going to trade today. I feel like this week has been so crazy. We've been having really nice trading days recently. But again, you know, with the holidays and I'm just like a little scattered. I've been working on so many different projects. So we'll see. I don't want to force anything. If I see a nice trade, I'm going to jump onto it. Otherwise, I'm going to continue my conservative approach. So far it's been nice. Good morning. Yeah, Andy, did I overlook that message? But yeah, I think NLNK will be probably one of our, you know, our top picks for today. Or HSDT, I don't know. They're both looking pretty good. We'll see what happens when the market opens. I think they're both gonna have maybe a little pre-dip, especially NLNK after having, you know, running up so much already. But NLNK, if you look at their long-term chart, now that they've really nicely broke 2.2 with big volume, I think this could be pretty nice. We'll see how much they continue from this area, but this has been a pretty nice breakout, and they can probably continue all the way to $4 without any major issue. They got rejected at 3.2, but let's see if we can break above that. One and a half minutes. I gotta get a little situated here. I had to get my chair out of the way. It kept on touching me. Not acceptable. All right, so I have NLNK and HSDT on my main charts. We'll see what happens here. We got another minute to relax. Always take some deep breaths. Just get some stretches in. 45 seconds. Yeah, like I always do. I'm going to be trading for the first 30 minutes. And then I'm going to go offline. Because I got to maintain my sanity somehow. 20 seconds. Not to mention with this standing desk, I'm starting to lose feeling in my legs already. I've been standing basically since 8 a.m. this morning. So right now it's already 3:30 p.m. my local time. So it's a little crazy. Here we go, guys. right, if we wanted to trade this, by the way, I should have said that ahead of time. We're going to be looking for around 500 shares. Probably around 2.8 could be a quick dip down. Both are pulling up to the upside. Both have a green 1 minute candle with a lot of volume right now. Could see a little pullback here to $3 before we continue this run to the upside. Really nice. Liking that 5 minute pattern down here. Whoo! Let's see if we can get a little entry here. $305. I removed that order because that massive gap up, I just didn't feel totally comfortable with it. I was probably too conservative, but that's why I did it. Let's see what happens here. We would have missed it anyway. HSDT, really liking this one. Continuing to run up right now. 5 minutes looking really good. If we wanted to trade this one, we'd probably be trading with about 1,000 or 900 shares. Big buyers on both coming in right now. Both are looking very healthy. Let's see. I'm not sure which one I'm going to trade. I think HSDT has a little bit more energy in it. Smaller float. $1.32 could be a good entry. NLNK would have been a really good buy on that dip. That first pullback would have been really, really good. I was a little too conservative, but that's fine. Let's see what happens here. So that 3.1 would have been a little bit better of an entry. 5% up already. NLNK is pulling back now. Potential entry here. Maybe 3, 4 even if you're going to be really conservative. It's kind of ridiculous how far you have to scroll down here. Why are we having issues with placing an order? Hold on 1 second, guys. What's going on here? No, that's exactly where I want to be placing my order. What's going on? $1,000 shares here. The system is not accepting your order. The minimum price instrument. Okay, it's because that's really annoying. Why are they showing prices that we can't even get entered on? My computer is also freezing right now for some reason. I guess it's a little too excited. Maybe I'm too excited. I don't know. 1 second, guys. It's a little annoying that I can't be entering these trades. What is going on? Okay, here we go. HSDT, looking for an entry at 7. We missed that entry. Let's see if we can see if we have a second chance here. I was trying to buy this whole time. Okay, so NLNK is still running. We just bought HSDT. I'm going to focus my attention on HSDT. I'm looking for a lot of upwards resistance here, but we could have a potential break at 1.5 and then break to the upside here. Maybe see some big resistance at the 1.6. Looking a little weak. I might get out of this trade. Yeah, I'm going to be getting out of this one. 349. A lot of resistance coming in here. Hold on. Okay, so I'm having a little issues getting out of this trade, which is totally fine, happens sometimes, but you know, this one's really messing with me now. I'm having internet issues and I'm having placement issues right now. I'm kind of getting attacked on every front right now. Hold on one second. All right, let me go back to this screen. Too many. Oh my Lord, if I keep having issues, I'm gonna freak out at TD Ameritrade for even giving me the option to buy where I'm actually not allowed to buy. 1 second here, guys. Can't really focus on anything else right now except getting out of this trade. All right, now I have my exit order here. Trying to get out at 626. Not a really good way to start the end of the holidays, huh? We're down 150 on this one. Whoo, this is going to be our biggest loss probably of the year. Really kind of annoying. I've never had so many issues on a live stream before. You guys can see the trade live over here, but on trying to place the exit order on this screen, let's see what happens here. So many sellers on this one. All right, we're out of this trade now. It didn't even place the order where I wanted it to. Oh man. All right, guys, sorry. I'm a little annoyed today. We're down $110 and HSDT, you know, this is a little bit my fault, but I think I had like 15 orders that got rejected. I couldn't get out as the price was going down. And this is why we don't trade stuff typically too close to $1, is because it has these spread issues. And today we got a spread issue that just completely destroyed us. I had my exit order at 1.29, also did not get triggered. I don't know what to say about this one. I'm a little annoyed, I guess you can say. But at the same time, it happens. We're still green on the week. It's just a really dumb issue on this one. So that just happens sometimes. Oh wow, that's really annoying. I might even have to Oh man, yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh well, happens sometimes. You can only learn from it, and you know that's why you cut your losses quickly. And we were trying to cut our losses here this whole way down, and every order that I placed got rejected. It was super, super annoying. But whatever, that happens sometimes. You live and you learn. How? Okay, I think we're back. I don't know when the live stream was cutting off because my whole internet died at the worst time ever. I was trying to get out of a trade. We could have took a small loss, maybe a 2-3% loss. All of my orders did not go through. Nah, we have a $110 loss. Kind of annoying, but we're still green on the week. So that's good, but super, super annoying on this one. I think the live stream is back on. All right, I'll check XRF, but for now, I'm happy we got out of this trade. I'm super annoyed that we weren't able to get out of the trade the whole way down. So, you know, that's really annoying. I have no idea why our internet did that. We've had pretty good results so far, but actually on the 24th, we had the same issue. So today, again, we had it. Absurd. We were $20 away for going super green on the challenge. And now we're $130 away for going green on the challenge. Man. This is a painful one. This one really kind of just bites me. I'm going to be probably a little disappointed today. Super annoying. Okay, whatever. Got to move on, guys. It's fine. You win some, you lose some. That one was just really annoying because it wasn't even really my mistake. I had TD Ameritrade issues where I was not able to place exit orders on the decimal. So here's what I should have done, and I'll talk about this in the recap video. I should have just said sell market. That way it would have forced it. I hate selling market. Or I could have said join the ask. And once my limit order was on the ask, then I could have been placing down that order a little bit quicker. So here, if I say join ask right now, you can see that this order tells me basically where I can sell at 1.2, and then I can always go ahead and edit that order. That's what I should have done. But then our internet crashed. I was looking at the live stream. It said 0 connection. I was like, what's going on over here? Whatever, man. I don't know. Today's one of those days, huh? Shoot. That's really stressful. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna take today very, very cautiously from here on out. I mean, I was already extremely cautious. I just had a huge fumble. So let's see what happens here. Nothing's moving too crazy, actually. XRF. Oh, just XRF. Andy, I know you're new here. XRF, if you just call out something, let us know why you're calling it out. What's the reason behind it? That way, anyone looking to trade it will have a little bit more idea what's going on. Yeah, it looks really good. 29 million market cap. I mean, 2.9 million market cap. Tiny amount of shares outstanding. This thing's going to be flying off no volume. So this is going to be a really fun one to watch. 130% up. I like this. This is a good one. Interesting find. I can't believe we had that big loss. Super annoying. Secondary pullback, finding some support in here. This could be a quick 10% bounce in this area. I'm probably not going to be entering it. I don't know what the news is on this one or anything. I'm probably not going to be trading HSDT anymore, at least for today. NLNK, very quickly, let's pull this one up again. This is going to be really funny to watch the playback because I don't know what got recorded and what didn't, but I'll tell you, I was pretty annoyed when I couldn't get out of that trade. So it'll be funny to see what happened on the recording. That was a freaking mean one. If shorts start getting squeezed on NLNK, this thing could really run. I would like to see this one hit $4. I think this is going to be a lot of resistance at 4. You got to remember, I also don't have that many trades, so that really was one of our, our trading arsenal for the day was almost used. We usually have one more trade. See what happens here. I'd be very careful with XRF. Right now, it looks like it's pulling back, but it is finding some big support at $4. That could be a really good buy around $4, especially if the volume holds a little bit. Right now I'm watching NLNK and I'm watching XRF. I like the general dollar volume on XRF. Really interesting, especially for the tiny amount of shares on it. It's really crazy. NLNK is breaking higher. Whoo, a lot of buyers coming in on this one. I should have been more patient today. That's a rough one. Days like today happen. It's totally fine, and it's a numbers game. I'm just really annoyed that the internet crashed, and I was not able to get out of that trade when I wanted to multiple times. So that was a little bit annoying, because losses happen. Losses are inevitable. You can't really be upset about a loss, and I'm not really upset about a loss. I'm just upset how that one kind of played out a little bit. Let's see what happens here. NLNK is running to all-time highs. We're not all-time highs, but daily highs. High of day. Really clean break from the 319 area. I definitely like this area. 3.2 now. I would like a buy maybe at the 40 at 3.21, maybe 3.23. I like this area because it's a former breakout zone. XRF is looking kind of good. So what I like about XRF, it's pulling back, kind of aggressive pullback, but it is pulling back to this kind of former support area. Former breakout area is here at 3.46, 3.5. So that might be a good bounce area. I don't think it's going to maybe pull back all the way, but who knows? That could be a really, really good bounce area on that one. We'll see if we trade that one. I'm still a little bit in shock mode after that ridiculous loss. It was a good thing we got out of that trade when we did, though. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I tried to get out of this one multiple times and it didn't work. Well, that'll be a good recap, guys. There's definitely one thing, and it's that join the ass that I should have done. It would have helped me get a quicker exit. XRF making a bounce now at 3.7. Looks like it's going for another rally here. So we are 24 minutes into the market open, guys. The gap and go strategy is definitely going to be still strong. There's going to be a little bit more pullbacks in this area. And then usually from 10 to 11, you'll have some reversals and things like that. So let's see what happens. NLNK is still pulling back a little bit here. XRF seems to have a lot of sellers, and this thing is not looking like it's able to really, really hold its highs. I'd be a little careful with that one, to be honest. So if NLNK is able to pull up a little bit to $4, that could be a 12% run from where it is right now. Let's see what happens. I'm going to watch this one a little closer here. XRF having a little bit of a bounce. Aggressive selling off on XRF, and every time it tries to have a little bounce to the upside, it does get really, really rejected. So I'm being extra cautious on this one, and that's kind of why. Let's go back to NLNK. All right, NLNK holding its highs, starting to build some momentum here in this area. All right, we're breaking out on NLNK. Potential bounce here at 44. Looking to get a pullback on this one. And the breakout is underway at 3.5, it looks like. Still going to be a little bit more conservative. See if we can get a little breakout bounce. I don't want to risk more than 340 on this one. All right, getting out of this trade. Another, this looks like, all right, well, that wraps up my trading for today, guys. 2 losses on this one. Ay. Haven't had a day like this in 2 months. Oh well, we're actually still green on the month. Impressive. I mean, green on the week somehow after a horrendous trading day today. I'm going to have to really think about this. I actually have to take off soon here and think about, where we went wrong. Yeah. I'm not like super disappointed, but at the same time, I'm a little annoyed, mainly with that first order. This trade, you could do this one 100 times and 60 to 70% of these, you're going to be right. So, it's totally fine. But with the first one, we took a loss, which was fine, but the loss was way bigger, basically just due to technical errors. And next time, maybe I can get out quicker by saying sell the market or join the ask, because we had some decimal issues and all my orders got rejected, and then the internet crashed. So it was like everything at once. I don't know. One of those days. All right, I'm not able to make any more trades today. I am frozen, I guess you can say. So yeah, there you go. There you have it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a good hard look at myself. No, whatever, guys. It's not a bad thing. Days like today happen. It's totally fine. We're gonna get back on the horse. This is still our best month, and everything's getting more smooth, better and better. I'm just gonna have to, take today and just deal with it. XRF. Kind of crazy, because this is the one that I was really debating on buying on this pullback at 3.8. I probably would have been a little bit more looking for an entry near 3.9, and this one would be up 12% already. So kind of annoying that we traded the ones that didn't do really what we wanted to, but what are you gonna do? One of those days. All right, guys, I'm going to see you guys for the recap video. It's going to come out a lot later because I got to go. And so I'm going to be working on it a little bit later today, which is also good. It gives me more time to kind of calm down and maybe think about this trade a little bit more abstractly. And we'll also be able to see a bit more on how the overall market played out, which will be really, really interesting. But yeah, today, wasn't our best day. 2 losses. One was small. One was totally acceptable. The other one was a little bit crazier. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I always appreciate it. It's good fun to trade with you guys. I will see you then first thing tomorrow. So till then, guys, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Leave a like if you enjoyed this content. Subscribe if you're new here for some hopefully better trading videos. Till next time, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.